score as we go to the home half of the second, Washington and Connecticut. John Shelby, Nomar Garcia-Parra with you. Little League World Series continues on ESPN2 tonight with a couple of opening round games. 6 Eastern, Germany will go up against Puerto Rico, and then at 8 Eastern, Japan will face Mexico. The Little League World Series presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes Reduced Sugar on ESPN2 tonight. And coming up in a bit, Minnesota and Texas. Gorgeous afternoon here at Volunteer Stadium. Nice breeze blowing. They're right at 80 degrees. Not a ton of humidity. And sunny skies overhead.
So you see a lot of smiles in the stands and a lot of smiles on the field.
There's Nate Klein now. You get a piece of that one, nothing in one. Well, this is your buddy right here.
My buddy Nate Klein. We worked it. We were taping a few of those building blocks that you'll see here a little later. He helped me out with some of those demonstrations, and I was asking him, I said, listen, how much is it going to cost me to pay you to say, hey, Nomar Garcia-Parra is your favorite player? You know, and he said it doesn't. You don't have to do anything. So I said, well, thanks, Nate. I appreciate that.
Right. Well, you got a chance to meet him back in 2003 at Fenway Park. Look at that little guy right there.
Nate and I taking a great picture at Fenway Park, and he was telling me about that, and then here I am working with him yesterday. Like I said, we were able to do some demonstrations. He helped me out, and he was great. He was telling me a great story. He was telling me, he goes, you know, my favorite number is number 5. And I was like, really? And, you know, like I said, he was nice enough to say that I was his favorite player, and I said, well, thank you. And I said, well, what are you wearing right now? And he goes, well, number 1. And I said, well, why is that? He goes, because I'm one of the smallest guys on the team, and this is the uniform that fit me, so I had to take number 1. And I said, well, that's one of the reasons why I was number 5. Aside from being my favorite number, it was also one of the smaller uniforms, so I got to wear that as well.
John Shelby, Nomar Garcia-Parra with you, and here at Volunteer Stadium, it is the first game of the 2010 Little League World Series. A little bit of an equipment problem down there, but
the catcher took one of those foul balls right off of him, so they were checking on him, making sure he was okay, and here it is right here. He takes one, right off, just right underneath the shoulder pad.
Yeah, no equipment problem, just got clipped there, and it looks like Nahaku is okay. Ikaika Nahaku, but he goes by Ike.
Oh, good. It'd make it easier on us as well. There, watch out. There's another foul ball right at you.
Right?
Heads up.
Man.
It's a good spot. Notice how I just keep moving farther away from you because I know right now you have
I got a magnet.
That's 2. To keep a count up here.
Just missed. Watch me snap my head away. Nomar's ready and I'm not.
See, I'm just watching it.
Yeah.
It's just very casual and
bailing out. Somebody get me a parachute. Nice work there. Nate Klein waiting on the breaking ball.
Because Nate and I wish I would say I was giving him some hitting tips yesterday, but it wasn't that. We were doing more defensive work, so I can't take any credit for that beautiful piece of hitting he just had right there.
All right. Billy McGrath now, and McGrath, the second baseman, showing bunt, and that one hit him.
You all right, buddy? Okay.
Here, plate umpire Patrick Griffin asking if he was all right.
Right away. And this ball just kept coming right at him, and right off the knee, Not a fun spot to get hit, and he's trying to get out of the way. You see him right there, and he gets him right on the outside part of that knee. And he was you see him right there. He was going to get up, and then he goes, well, wait a minute. There's more pain than I thought here.
What's the worst you ever got hit?
I got hit right. You know, they always say the pitcher wants to hit you right in the ribs and square you up, and I got hit in the ribs once, and I remember going, I'm okay, getting to first, and then coming in after the inning was over, the half inning was over, and going, excuse me, Coach, I can't breathe. And I don't know, so I didn't have anything broken, but I had to go to the hospital for x-rays. That was one, and probably the second was getting hit on the wrist that eventually had to have surgery, but those two. Gonna come out, get a little breather here. We got a pinch runner, and good thing is we see him walking it off.
So they'll use the special pinch runner. You can use a player who's not in the batting order at the time as a special pinch runner for any offensive player, but you can only do it once per game. So this is the only time now that they can run for McGrath. Patrick Calabri comes off the bench and into the game, and he'll run it first. So that's the way it works, and it's something you will see managers use a lot.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah.
Chris Daly just letting the official scorer know, and we're ready to go as Liam Wurtzel stands in.
Nate! Nobody, right?
No outs here, bottom of the second, and Connecticut threatening. Off the end of the bat, and it's 1-1. Liam Wurtzel with some professional sports connections. His uncle is Jay Miller, who plays for the Bruins. Connecticut, certainly hockey country, or at least you have a lot of youngsters in that area playing hockey. That one in the air, left field. Davis able to make the grab, had the sunglasses on out there.
Shows the confidence you see in the lineup that Connecticut has in their lineup 1 through 9. You got no outs, man on first and second, and Liam Wurtzel, and he's going, coach wants him to swing the bat, not thinking about bunting the guys over, getting them in scoring position. He says, let's swing the bat, and that's what's got him here.
Manning with 25 pitches, 85 is the max. Now, you can finish a batter if you are at 85 pitches and go past that mark just to conclude the at-bat. Nothing in 2 to Patrick O'Leary.
Now with these, what Little League's allowed to do, it's a coach's, manager's job. They have to be aware of so many things now, how many pinch runners they've used.
All right, so as far as pitching eligibility, 85 is the cap, but there's also rest equivalents. If you throw 66 or more pitches in a game, you have to rest 4 days, and so on down the line. If you throw 20 or fewer, you do not need a rest period.
As I was saying, these are the things that coaches have to be aware of now. They're marking down. They got to follow the pitch counts. They got to see who they use as a pinch runner. Can we use them again? Make sure everyone plays at least 3 outs, both get an at bat and on the field. So there's a lot of things they have to be aware of.
Up the middle and a base hit. Klein stops at third, throw back, and everybody's safe. Bases are loaded after the single by Ryan.
Here we go, Tommy.
Tom Ryan had a great at-bat, his first at-bat, getting a single, and here he is again, driving that ball right back up the middle. He hit it so hard, it didn't allow the runner from second to score.
Ball 1 to Chris Howell.
You will see that in Little League. A lot of times you see, oh, well, man on second. He hit a nice ground ball to the outfield. How come that runner didn't score? Well, we have to remember that you cannot leave the base, until the ball crosses or reaches the batter. It's not like he has a leadoff so he can get a good jump. So he has to wait.
Yeah, you actually saw Chris Daly, the third base coach, originally waving the runner over there, Nate Klein, but then thought better of it. The 1-2, and that's off the glove of Nahaku. Here comes Klein, and the first run of the game belongs to Connecticut. So New England takes a 1-0 lead on the team from the Northwest.
These kids are so ready. They are ready on the base, expecting anything to happen. And that was a pitch that Casey Manning really wanted right there. He threw that, and he thought he was able to walk off the mound. He thought it was a third strike.
Did the right hop towards the dugout. And the bases are reloaded following the walk to Howell. Casey Manning, Washington's ace on the hill, his team trailing 1-0. To the right side. Tan handles the chance, and that's the inning. But Connecticut strikes first. The team from Washington coming up to hit. They are far away from home, from just outside of Seattle.